Hey guys, what's up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 244 of Constructing Lost Dangeles. How's everybody doing? We are back on the seat today, ready to continue to make some progress, and this is going to be another 10-minute post-commentary video. So the building you guys are seeing on the screen right now is me working on the hospital and a couple of other things. So I have a couple of interesting topics to kind of go over in this episode, but I just want to always, start off things by letting you guys know what I'm building, what I'm working on. So hospital has been one of the big projects I have been trying to tackle in Los Angeles lately. As you guys know, I finished the strip mall a few weeks ago, and then I started working on the 4 Biomes Hotel. Made some decent progress on that, but I haven't uploaded a video discussing my progress on that in a few days, or a few episodes. I'll get back to that maybe later this week or whatever, but I've been working on the hospital as my main thing the last few days and making some good progress on it. I've just been starting off by filling in the floors, and really the hospital just a week or so ago was basically just a hollow shell. It has 2 wings. One of them is kind of like a hospitality wing. It's pretty much only rooms. And then the other side has like the ER, the cafeteria, a bunch of offices, and then also some more patient rooms. So that space is something I've been working on a lot, and just trying to put everything together and make it all make sense, right? Because it was really just a hollow shell not too long ago. So the first thing I did was start off by filling in all the floors and making sure they were lined up with the windows. That took a little bit of tweaks here and there, which I did talk about in the previous episodes, but that's all a-okay and good to go. And that's what really motivates me to kind of get the interior done, is once I can kind of see a vision for it, the final product, that's like where it really starts to kick into high gear. So I was able to line it all up with the windows so it made sense in the interior, because sometimes I do these interiors, we're really not thinking about the exteriors, I should say, we're really not thinking about the interior and what it's going to look like. So luckily for this build, it wasn't too hard kind of lining up the exterior with the interiors. That was really good. And I'm also working on just filling in some of the patient rooms, filling in some of the walls. You'll see in this video I'm going to be doing a lot of speed ups, filling in the walls, and trying to get all the rooms put in the right spots. I was also experimenting a little bit with some different colors for these hallways, and I think I did a little bit of lighting or something like that at the beginning. But that's kind of like the general, topic of today's video, what I've been working on. So again, there's going to be a lot of speed ups and things like that, filling in walls, but it's like some of the grind stuff that I probably wouldn't do for a regular 20-minute episode. But for this kind of video, I can record about an hour of this kind of mashed all together into a montage, and it looks great, and it's a lot of work done. So that's kind of like what I worked on today. And then some of the other things that I want to talk about is the new bug fix. So TU32 has finally been released on console, and apparently it is a bug fix. And if you guys are like me, you don't care about bug fixes at all. I'm sure some of you guys are glad to see some of the glitches fixed from TU31, and obviously I am too, because I want the game to run as smooth as possible. But to be honest, I'm not really going to go through the patch notes or anything like that. I don't care enough for that, but I'm glad they finally released that. It's good that the game is starting to work again. I was noticing some like weird lighting glitches and things like that in TU31, and some of those have been fixed up in my city. So as long as the city runs clean for me, I'm happy. And TU32 has now been released. So it's crazy, because I've been playing this game since the first title update. So now there's 32 of them. Time flies. I remember I covered like TU9 or something like that when I first started my channel, so that was way back in the day. But anyway, I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit future updates. This is why I started off this conversation with TU32. So as you guys know, Minecraft on console is now almost caught up to PC. It's not quite caught up, but it's almost caught up. We have the 1.8, which was basically the equivalent to TU31. The only thing we don't have is like banners, and then there's a couple of other things. So really, we're pretty much right on the same line to PC Minecraft in terms of like the blocks in the game. And it kind of brings up an interesting thing, like now that we're pretty much caught up, are we going to wait for PC updates to come out with new updates for console? I think that's probably how it's going to work. But it would be interesting if console actually went ahead of PC possibly. I know that's not going to happen, because PC is like the main thing. It's the master race, right? And console's always going to be behind that along with Pocket Edition. But I think it's just interesting to see like, now, like, whatever comes out on the PC now interests me on the console now. Like, it never really used to be like that. I would just be interested in, like, old updates on PC. But now that we're almost caught up, now I'm interested in the PC updates a little bit more. And it makes me think, like, what is next? Like, I always used to look forward to new blocks being added into the game on console that were already on PC, that I already knew what they looked like. But now, it's really me looking forward to stuff that no one knows about yet. Like, it's a brand new thing for pretty much any version of Minecraft. So that's going to be really interesting for the future of updates, and I'm interested to see like how Mojang handles that, and then like 4J Studios will take that stuff and implement it into the console version. So that's going to be interesting stuff in the future to see, how I'm going to like react to new updates, because like I said, I always used to look forward to the blocks, right? So for example, when the update with the quartz came out, and that was the thing I was looking forward to. Like, I can't wait to use quartz on my city. Like, that's going to be a great block to implement into my builds. But now I'm looking forward to updates. I'm thinking, I just don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know what's coming next. So that's pretty interesting. One thing I would like to see 4J Studios focus on a little bit more now that, we're really, really close to being caught up to PC. I would like them to try to release some more mashup packs and texture packs. I know they do a lot of these. Like, there's been a good solid 10 texture packs on console at this point, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there might be more than that. I haven't really counted exactly, and there's also like at least 5 mashup packs as well. So lots of cool stuff that is unique to console. I would like to see more than that. I think, I don't really know what they're working on at this current point, because like, I guess they're waiting for Mojang. Like, I can't speculate on this because I don't know. But I don't really know what they're working on right now, but I'm hoping that they're working on some new mashup packs or some new texture packs. And, what would really make a happy Dan right here, crossing my fingers, would be a new modern texture pack for building, right? Right now, the city texture pack is pretty much the only texture pack that has come out that's been, like, actually catered to builders. Like, it even says in the description of the texture pack, like, I think it says something like perfect for the focus builder or something like that. Like, this texture pack, the city one, was meant for, people like me that like to build cities, right? And I'm sure many of you. So I'm hoping that they come out with another texture pack that's similar to the city and maybe a little bit better. Maybe something kind of like Sortex Fanfare from PC, or maybe even Flows HD. I mean, that's a stretch, because that is a very graphically rich graphically intensive texture pack, the Flows HD. I think that's like 128-bit. I don't know if console can handle that, but just something that would be, different, that maybe I can implement to my city without having to make major changes. Ultimately, I think that CLD, until it's done on Xbox 360, is going to be a city texture pack build. I would say 90% of the city has been catered to the city texture pack, and changing that now would be, not very smart. And even if some amazing texture pack comes out in the next month or so, I would still probably roll with the city until it's done. But I would love to see a new texture pack a new builder's texture pack, I should say, because we've gotten like stuff like the candy texture pack and the cartoon texture pack and stuff that, I personally really don't care about. I'm sure they're cool texture packs. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, they're creative, they're unique. It's just like, it's too much of a niche for me. Like, I need something that, like, where every block in the game is like usable to kind of maximize the creativity of my city. And that's what the city texture pack is. Majority of the blocks in the city texture pack are, absolutely usable. But that's something that I think is going to be interesting in the future of this game. So that's pretty much my topics for today, guys. Just talking about the new updates and things like that. Just a couple of wrap-up things about the hospital. I hope to have the wing with the rooms done, or how should I explain this? The wing with all the patient rooms that I did work on a little bit this video. I hope to have that area of the hospital done within the next couple of days, and then I'm going to try to hone in on the interior of the main wing. So I would like to get the hospital done, within the next month or so, and I'm just going to take my time on it, work on it a little bit every day, and try to get it done, and try to get the hospital done as soon as possible so we can do a tour of it, because, again, it's one of the bigger builds in the world. It's been here for a while. I would like to get it done and just kind of move one step closer to the finish line. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Sorry I didn't answer a question today, guys. I will do one of those for next video, I promise. And also, we have to do those trivia things as well. I'm going to start that up probably within the next couple of episodes of CLD, where I ask you guys a trivia question, and you guys go and try to answer it in the comment section. So let's give that a try. We'll do a little beta test on that one, a little pilot episode of some trivia. We'll give that a shot to see if that is a pretty cool video. But we're going to have a Q&A video on episode 250 as well. So I'll be hunting for questions for that probably within the next week or so, once we get kind of closer to 250. Right now this is 244, so we have a week or two away from 250. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It's been Dangeles. Give this video a like if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys on episode 245 of Constructing Los Dangeles in a couple of days. But until then, everybody, have a good day, and peace out.